Lightning.
Call me Light.
Did you see Vanille's brand?
No.
No, huh? Want to know how long until it's Seath City? Just look at your brand. You start getting more arrows, and then finally an eye. Once it opens all the way, you're done. Let's have a look. Don't be shy.
Okay.
Nowhere near. You got time. Still, you never know. Some people, doesn't take so long. You get a nasty shock, it can speed up the process. Vanille's brand must be pretty far along by now. I gotta save her and get her home.
To Pulse, you mean?
To Gran Pulse. I hear that the Sanctum prevents people from leaving Cocoon. I'd like to see him try and stop me.
So, that's your plan?
Hmm?
Wish I had one. Without Sarah, without a future, there's nothing to plan for. There's no way out of this mess, and no way to fight it. I'm stuck trading blows with the Sanctum, but that's no plan. Even if we topple the government, where's that leave us? With nothing to fight for, I might as well be dead.
Your sister. You've got plenty to fight for. Think about it. Don't you want to see Sarah after she wakes up? That's your future right there. All you gotta do is survive. It's simple.
Right. Snow.
They found him.
Hope. Hey, Hope!
Hello, my little recusants. We had like a long owl wait before I could start there. Welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy 13, and we are here with Lightning and Fang after kind of getting a timeline sync up. So the girls are on their way to rescue the boys because Hope may have had like a little bit of an explosive moment, tried to kill Snow, they fell off a building. We are in hot pursuit. But yeah, in those cutscenes, lots of information regarding the brand situation. So what's neat is that with certain characters like Snow, for example, whose Seath brand is visible on his wrist, or forearm more specifically, we'll actually see his develop as the story progresses more and more. So that's just a neat discussion, and obviously now Lightning kind of has a more forward-thinking attitude with regards to keeping herself alive so she can see Sarah, you know? And then here we have, you know, Lightning as the medic. Who would have thought, you know, she's normally the Ravager or the Commando. But having two commandos and a single enemy is a nice combination to have. Or, as you say, if you have like a ton of little weak enemies and you can just have a bunch of commandos all blitzing, it's a pretty crazy ride. Now, a tungsten band... I can't say that word. A tungsten bangle is basically a super big HP boost. So we're going to give that to Fang. If we keep her as our main tank, just gives her that little bit more HP to play with, you know. And it was at this point that I kind of was like, yeah, I don't, even though like I could have cut them out in post, it was like I actually was just really excited to get to the end of this chapter, really, to kind of get to the culmination of it all, I suppose. And this is giving me such Final Fantasy X vibes when you're running around Zanarkand for the first time. Just the fact that there's no battle music. It's the overworld kind of melancholy music is playing while we battle, while we roam. I just think it's really nice. It's like a really nice touch to kind of bring us to this more, I won't say relaxed, but just a more kind of pensive, somber, New Dawn kind of mentality. And we have another black belt that's even more physical resistance, which is lovely. And we're just going to have to get by this little behemoth situation. And here is where I kind of go, right, let's just start using these shawls. So we're going to get a preemptive strike, and we have haste, bravery, and faith. So this realistically should, inverted commas, be fairly quick and painless. And this is where Commando is really good, because it actually allows the commandos to attack the two different targets while they're all really like high stagger. And I don't know why I did this. This is really, really foolish. I should have just been attacking a lot more. But yeah, we get an absolute walloping there. And what's very frustrating is when they do that end game stand up, if they're able to finish that move, they end up getting reset to their stagger. So that's why we stopped doing tons of damage, because he literally undid the stagger that we did, which was a pretty bad vibe. But as you can see, the potential for Saz with these two other characters for, you know, triple Commando, triple Ravager, Synergist to boost attack and offenses, as well as the potential for you know, a Sentinel and a Saboteur. Like there's a lot of different character combinations that give different bonuses too.
Why'd you save me?
I was asked to keep you safe. By lightning. And by Nora. I'm sorry. What happened, it was my fault. I put her in danger. I know that. Let me make things right.
You told me before that you couldn't.
And that words were useless and a lot of other things I shouldn't have said. Like, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to set things straight. So I didn't. I thought if I couldn't make up for it, then all the apologies in the world wouldn't mean a thing. So I decided I had to find a way to pay for it first, before I'd even have the right to say sorry. But, it's like you said, I was using that as an excuse so I could run from my own guilt. And that hit home. Oh. Look, Hope. I know what happened was my fault. I don't deny it, and I am sorry. Here. That's Light's, isn't it?
Why'd you...
That knife was a present from Sarah. To keep her safe. She trusted you with something that important. You should be the one to carry it. I'll find a way to make things better. Just give me time. If nothing I do is good enough, then I'll take any punishment you want to dish out.
She's gone, Snow. You can take the blame, but it won't bring her back.
I'm sorry.
I knew it all along. I knew it, but... I had to blame someone. I had to. I needed a reason to keep on fighting.
It wasn't someone's fault. It was mine. Take it out on me. And keep yourself alive until you do. I have to keep going. Look at that. You don't even need any help. You're all right. That's good to see. Just let me catch my breath.
So here we go again. The big dragon robot back for more.
Always the hero. You wanna die? You can't. I won't let you.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
But yeah, Hope is like, you are not going to die on my watch. And we're going to be using our Libras. We're going to be swapping over to Synergist, hopefully soon. But I think the only time in the game where you're ever in a 1v1 that isn't Snow in the Eidolon fight is Hope versus this monster. Things aren't going well. But we're gonna just top ourselves up, Synergist some more. What's important as well is when you get hit by an attack, you'll notice what it's affecting by if your Protect procs. So we can see the little bubble of magical energy. That means Protect is reducing damage there from that. If there was no proccing of that, we'd know, okay, these are purely magical attacks and we need Shell.
Not bad, kid. Where's Snow?
He's okay.
Sure you're up to this? Thing'll never know what hit it.
And here we have the absolute powerhouses here. And one of the first times in a very long time we've had a party of 3. So what a nice change. And I think it's really nice that Fang is getting the kind of spotlight as, I suppose, the party leader, you know? But this is a very powerful and interesting combination of Saboteur with Synergist and a medic, you know? Keeping the party topped up, ready to go, while debuffing and buffing at the same time. You know, it's a really good, I suppose, conservative healing strategy, you know? But we just need to get this to stagger. If we can get it to stagger, guys, we will be in the money. In the absolute money, because this massive behemoth is launchable, which is great. Now, unfortunately, the game kind of preset us with these paradigms. If I were... what I would have rathered was a commando Ravager for this situation. Where we'd be able to actually use the 2 commandos to deal with the launch and the, I suppose, better damage bonus by having 2 level 2 commandos out. The only way you'd get to be able to redo your paradigms is if you lost this battle and then hit retry. It would let you go into the menu and configure new paradigms and such. So I don't think I've talked about the retry system enough. I haven't kind of left in enough losses. But like the fact that you can lose and then just retry and be brought back to before the boss or before the encounter is just really good, because it really encourages experimentation. Now what you just saw there was a smite. So when Fang has the ability that when an enemy is just about to run out of stagger, she smites, so does a big attack to deal loads of damage to the enemy. So again, it's building forward that major urgency in the combat, where you're like, okay, no, we're about to run out of staggers. We just get that one last hit to get the smite bonus damage. And here's where Fang shines, because we're able to keep her healing herself with regen and guarding, while the other characters are able to basically be a slash and burn, but not take any of the damage. And this is where we're getting to the point where I'm kind of like, I know we're getting somewhat low on our characters that aren't lightning, because unfortunately, positioning wise, Hope is too close. But here's where it's like, right, okay, I know I'm going to be able to launch, so we can just let Hope do a bit of healing up and topping up our HP. But now, then it's going back to all out relentless assault, getting all the damage we can. And this is where Saz with his stagger maintenance would come in really handy, where you're like, at least you know the stagger bar is going to be decreasing at a super slow rate, just so we can get as many chances to get these hits of, you know, the thousands. And we're nearly having the stagger bar as high as possible. But then if I can just, yeah, proc the smite, 13,000 and 5,000. So, you know, another 18,000 just in that last few moments. And you'll see how quickly the, I suppose, lasers are coming out. And this is really where you want your Saboteur to have been recasting slow. But now we can provoke to send all of the lasers down. And then just send the other two into attack while I regen and guard. But it's a really, really good boss fight and a really nice introduction back to this is how the Synergist Sentinel and, like, you know, the real balance of healing, defense, move to offense, move to a turtle kind of mode. Okay, now you're recovered, let's saboteur a bit while we buff up our buffs again, and, you know, all these different things. And what's very important to say there is even just the act of transforming into that paradigm during that attack applied the Sentinel's increased defense increased defense buff to the party. And oh, we're just there. Come on, one more thing. And it's gone. And I'm glad that Hope got to be the last one to strike it. We get 5 stars, nearly another 1,000 CP. So I'll let these cutscenes play, but I'm pretty sure there's not much more left other than to say
Didn't work out. Oh my.
You'll be okay. I'll keep you safe.
Lightning.
and like look at their relationship, how it's just completely like
Me too.
it's just amazing, their character growth.
I'll try to watch out for you two.
Don't forget about this one.
That one'll be alright. He's too stubborn to die.
Knowing you'll always be welcome, no matter how much has changed. That's what having a home is all about.
Yeah, so we've made it to Hope's house. I'm gonna just take this little bit of time just to say, well done, Hope. Standing up, standing in front of Snow when the chips are down. He's a brave kid. And while we level up, just Hope and Lightning's relationship, super wholesome, super sweet. Just really, really a lovely growth between those two. And they really have genuinely created a bond, and I just think it's wonderful to like have those characters actually grow to that moment, and you can say, wow, no, that was a built and earned friendship and a real team spirit. We're going to have another cutscene with Hope's dad, and that's going to be the end of the episode. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope to see you at the next episode. Leave a like and a comment on what you thought of the story developments, and I will chat to you at the next video. Thank you, and goodbye.
Mom's gone.
Nora.
Dad, I know. I'll be in my room. We're gonna rest up. Then we'll leave. If they find out you're sheltering Lassie, they'll...
Huh? You're my son. This is your home. My son.